Passion made possible. Experience the beauty of the land of Singapore, soaring in perfect harmony.
Okay, tour guides, good morning. Excuse me for a while. Our clients this day of 26th to 30th of June, who are a group of teachers, had surprised by their supervisor heads to have a free trip to Singapore because of their hard work for bringing a pride to their region for winning national press conference. Their supervisor heads will pay all the expenses, while our main task is to satisfy and make our clients happy. Is that clear, tour guides? And among those 18 teachers, only 12 of them have passport. That means we will only cater those 12 persons. And all in all, we are all 17 going to Singapore plus 5 of us. Okay? Are you guys ready and excited? So now I will discuss to you your assignments each. For the day 1, which is their departure, I am assigned to accompany them from their hotel to airport going to NAIA, in the immigration, their check-in until they arrive to Singapore and check into their hotel. And I will discuss also our rules and regulations to them. Their official tour will formally start in day 2. Miss Tour Guide Senesa will accompany them. For the day 3, Miss Tour Guide Ligarte will accompany them. While for day 4, Miss Tour Guide Delicano will join them. And for the last day, Miss Tour Guide Chagas will escort them. Is that clear, tour guides? That's great. We will hope again that this tour will become smooth and be the best as what it is. Please prepare yourselves. Thank you, tour guides. Good morning, tourists. How is your local tour? Did you enjoy it? That's great. After local, we will now experience international, covered by your head supervisors. You are all lucky, but only 12 of you may join because the others have no passport, but still okay because you have a special gifts instead. I know you are all ready and excited for this tour because we will be going to Singapore. The time of our flight going to Manila is 10:45 a.m. Time check. It's exactly 6:30. Now, let's go to our bus. But before that, please check your personal belongings first. And if something is missing, please don't hesitate to approach us. Again, please meet our coach captain, Mr. John. Okay, now let's do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we are all 23, but only 17 person will go to Singapore. The 6 of you will go home, but still okay, our beautiful and handsome tourists. There's another opportunity for that. Now let's do a prayer first. Amen. Now we are traveling to General Santos City International Airport, and it will be a 2-hour ride. Just sit and relax. Okay, tourists, we are now here at General Santos City Airport. Tourists, it is now our boarding time. Let's go to our plane. Okay, tourists, we are here at NAIA. After we checked in, we need to stamp in our passport in the Bureau of Immigration. Then we will wait for our boarding time. The time of our flight going to Singapore will be at 3:50 p.m. Time check, it's 12:55 p.m. We are here in our waiting area. You can rest first and you can eat your lunch also. While waiting, let's have first our short briefing for this tour. Some are the same in our local tour, but Singapore has its own rules that we need to follow because it is not our country. Is that clear, tourists? But first, for this tour, each of you paid 20,500 pesos, but it is shouldered already by your supervisor's head, which includes your transportation, airfare, back and forth, travel tax, food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and next is your accommodation, entrance fee, and your tour guide fee is also included. But now, your snacks and souvenirs are not included. Also, tourists, who among you want to have a money conversion from Philippine peso to Singapore dollar so that you can buy the things you want? I just want to inform you that 1 Singapore dollar is equivalent to 36.7 pesos. Is that clear? Thank you, tourists. Now, for our rules, we have first, please remain seated until we arrive to our destination. Second, please synchronize your time with your tour guide so no one will left behind. Third, never leave your things in unattended to avoid unnecessary loss. Fourth, please observe body-to-body systems so no one will get lost. Fifth, please dispose your trash properly. And lastly, always remember the saying, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, and kill nothing but time. Is that clear, tourists? Another reminder, tourists, that every destination you will be given enough time to explore the area. I have here my flags and my whistle with their meaning each. When you hear me whistling once, while raising the white flag, it means we only have 5 minutes left to enjoy the area. And please prepare to pack up. And if you hear me whistling twice, while raising the blue flag, it means time is up and everyone needs to prepare for our departure. And if I whistle thrice, while raising the red flag, it means we need to cancel this trip because there's something happened or there is an emergency. Each tour guides have their own first aid kit in case of emergency. And we will give you your ID each that will signify you as a tourist. Please wear it all the time in our tour. Okay, tourists, one of the most important reminder is keep your passport in a safe place or keep it with you all the time. Is that clear, tourists? That's great. Thank you, tourists. While here are some of the rules and not allowed in Singapore. First, walking naked in your hotel is illegal in Singapore. Second, chewing gum is illegal in Singapore also. Number 3, smoking is forbidden almost everywhere in Singapore. Number 4, you can't make noise after 10 p.m. Fifth, you need to flush the toilet. Number 6, connecting to another person's Wi-Fi is illegal. Number 7, being gay in Singapore is illegal. Number 8, annoying someone with a musical instrument or singing in public is also illegal. Graffiti around Singapore is not allowed. Feeding pigeons in Singapore is also not allowed. Number 11, any type of drug-related activity is also not allowed. Number 12, drinking alcohol and partying between 10:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. is not allowed. Number 13, committing suicide is illegal in Singapore. Number 14, flying a kite that interferes with public traffic is also not allowed. Before I forgot, tourists, here is your beautiful tour guides that will accompany you in Singapore. For the day 2 of this trip, Miss Tour Guide Jolina will accompany you. For the day 3, Miss Tour Guide Ligarte will escort you. For day 4, Miss Tour Guide Delicano will join you. And for the last, Miss Tour Guide Jackie will accompany you. Is that clear, tourists? Don't worry, they are all friendly and so kind. That's all for our briefing. I hope it's clear and you understand it. Okay, tourists, time check. It's 3:30 p.m. It's our boarding time. Let's go! Just enjoy and relax. Going to Singapore will take 3 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, tourists, we are now at Changi Airport. It is the major civilian airport that serves Singapore and one of the largest transportation hubs in Asia. Luckily, Filipino passport holder is a visa-free here in Singapore. And did you know that Changi Airport is currently rated the world's best airport by Skytrax, while the Philippines still in the 7th worst airport in year 2017. Back to Changi Airport, it is the 18th busiest airport in the world. Okay, tourists, our bus is waiting outside, color red, with the plate number of SIT 1717. Again, SIT 1717. Let's go! Okay, tourists, please meet our coach captain, Mr. Ho. Say hi to Mr. Ho. Okay, now, please check your things first. Now, let's do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we are all 17 plus our driver, we are all 18. We are now traveling to our assembly area, which is the Victoria Hotel. It will take us to a maximum of 25 minutes travel time. Okay, tourists, we are here now at Victoria Hotel. After we checked in, you can rest in your room and please prepare for tomorrow for your first trip together with your tour guide, Miss Julina. Enjoy, tourists, but please don't forget our rules and regulations. Have a good night. Good morning once again, tourists. Now, this is our second day here in Singapore, and your destinations will be at Art Science Museum. And the one who will join you is Miss Tour Guide Seneza. Please don't forget our rules and regulations, and especially your passport. Please keep it with you all the time. That's all, tourists.
Good morning, tourists! Welcome to Singapore. How your first night in the Victoria Hotel? Oh, that's great, tourists. By the way, tourists, in behalf of World Travel and Tour Agency, I am Julina, your tour guide for today. While you're having your breakfast, I just want to remind you that based on our itinerary, our destination for today's tour will be at Art Science Museum. Time check is exactly 8 a.m. I believe that you are done with your breakfast and you're all prepared. Let's go, tourists, to our bus. I would like to introduce to you our coach captain, Coach Ho, and our bus number SIT 177, color red. Coach Ho has a 5-year experience of driving, and he will make sure that he will conduct a safe, happy sound trip for us. Are you ready and excited, tourists? So before we start our tour, let's have a prayer first. Amen! And now let's do the head counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, we're all 14, including me and our coach captain. So thank you for your cooperation, tourists. By the way, tourists, please don't forget our rules and regulations and other reminders. Tourists, please keep your passport with all the time. Alright, thank you, tourists. Tourists, we are now traveling to our first spot, which is the Art Science Museum. We will be having a gallery exhibition and lunch too. So tourists, we are now here at our destination, Art Science Museum. By the way, tourists, please don't forget our rules and regulations. Thank you for your cooperation, tourists. So, Art Science Museum is a reflection of each goal to focus on fundamental interconnectedness that exists between arts and science. They do this through high-tech exhibits that demonstrate the crossover between these seemingly disparate disciplines. With a floor space nearly 50,000 square feet, that museum enjoy being able to have exhibits on a grand scale. In the past, this has included exhibition featuring dinosaurs, the Titanic, the animation of DreamWorks, and more. Besides exhibitions, the museum also screen film and hold a variety of workshops catered to all ages. Tourists, may I have your attention please? We're done to our second day tour. Are you enjoying our tour today, tourists? Alright, that's great. Okay, tourists, let's have a Q&A portion. Before going to our assembly area, who can answer will have a prize of souvenir. So here's the question. What are the featuring exhibit of Art Science Museum? Yes, Ma'am Jamila? Yes, you're correct, ma'am. Here's your souvenir. Okay, tourists, we're here at your assembly area at Victoria Hotel. But before that, please check your belongings and let's do the head counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, tourists, you're all complete. Thank you and good evening, tourists.
Good morning once again, tourists. I believe this is your third day here in Singapore, and the one who will accompany you is Miss Kat. Please meet Miss Tour Guide Kat. And before I forgot, tourists, one of the most important thing is please keep your passport with you all the time.
Good morning, tourists! How's your second night here in Singapore? Are you good? That's good. And by the way, in behalf of Wow Travel and Tour, I am Kathleen, but you can call me Kat. I am your official tour guide for today. While you are having your breakfast, I just want to remind you our itinerary for today, okay? We are going to Botanical Garden here in Singapore. Are you all excited? Well, me too. Time check is already 6:30. I believe you are done to your breakfast. Please kindly do a head count so no one will be left behind. 1, 2, 3, 12. We are all complete. Please follow me to our bus. Are you all seated? That's good. Please, tourists, don't forget our rules and regulations, okay? Just sit and relax. Enjoy, tourists. Tourists, we are now here at Botanical Garden here in Singapore. Did you know that this garden belongs to UNESCO World Heritage Site during 2015? This garden is the most visited garden in the world. Tourists, this garden is 160 years old. Right, it's 160 years old. It has home of 100 varieties of animals and 500 varieties of plants. Tourists, this garden showcases the tiger orchid, the most largest orchid in the world. Here you can see up close the giant trees that can grow up to 60 meters, the height of 2-story buildings. So tourists, did you know that this garden is founded during 1859 and it has a total area of 109 hectares? So tourists, time check is already 9:30. By 5 p.m. we are going to leave this place, okay? So tourists, keep nothing but moments, leave nothing but footprints, and kill nothing but time, okay? And tourists, please don't forget our rules and regulation, okay? Please remember our call time. You may now roam around, tourists, and enjoy. Thank you, tourists. Attention tourists, you have only 5 minutes to roam around. Attention tourists, time is up. So tourists, before we proceed to our bus, I just want to have a question and answer portion, okay? Who will get the answer first? Who get this prize, okay? This perfume and this speaker. Good? That's good. So tourists, how old is the botanical garden? Is anybody one? Yes, ma'am? 160? That's right, it's 160 years old. You can get this prize. Thank you, tourists, for your cooperation. Please follow me to our bus. So tourists, are you all seated? That's good. Please do a head count first so no one will be left behind. 1, 2, 3, 12. We are all complete. And now tourists, we are heading back to our hotel. Please be seated, okay? Thank you. Sad to say, tourists, that this marks the end of our very informative tour. Did you enjoy your tour? Yes? That's good. In behalf of Wow Travel and Tour, I am Kathleen, and now signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day here in Singapore. Mabuhay!
Time flies so fast, tourists. This is your 4th day here in Singapore, and the one who will accompany you is your tour guide, Miss Ina. Please meet tour guide Ina.
Good morning, tourists! How was your night, tourists? Wow, that's great, tourists! By the way, tourists, before anything else, I would like to introduce myself as your tour guide for today. My name is Ina G. Delicano from Wow Travel and Tour Agency. While you're having your breakfast, I just want to remind you that based on our itinerary, our tour for today, we will go into Merlion Park. And after that, we need to go back here in Victoria's Hotel. Okay, tourists? And another reminder, tourists, please keep your passport with you all the time. Time check. It's at 6:30 in the morning. I believe you are done with your breakfast and you are all prepared. Let's go to our bus area. Okay, tourists, we are now inside of bus area and I would like to introduce to you Mr. John, a licensed driver for over 9 years, and he will make sure to conduct a safe and smooth travel with the bus number SIT 1717. When we arrive to our destination, you will hear me whistle once. While raising the white flag, that means you may roam around. When you hear me whistle twice, while raising the blue flag, that means you only have 10 minutes left. May I remind you, tourists, I have here first aid kit in case of emergency. And please don't hesitate to approach me for any concern, information, or question. Again, please follow the rules and always stay on the path. Okay, tourists, let's do a head count. Starting with you, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, 20. Alright, we are complete, including our coach, captain, and also me as your tour guide. Before we start this tour, let's do a prayer first. Amen. Let's start in our tour. By the way, tourists, can you take note what I'm sharing about our destination? Because we have a question and answer, and also we have a prize. Here is the background of Merlion Park. Merlion Park is a famous Singapore landmark and a major tourist attraction. The Merlion was first used in Singapore as the logo for the tourism board. Its name combined Mir in meaning the sea and lions. The fish body represents Singapore origin as a fishing village, with it once called Temasek, which means sea town in Japanese. Okay, tourists, we arrive now in our destinations. You can enjoy the view and the place. Tourists, may I get your attention, please? Do you want to have a good food and good place? Let me take you guys to one of the famous restaurants in Merlion Park. This is a surprise that waits for you in seafood restaurant. Seafood restaurant started as a pushcart roadside stall in 1956 by Sir Yam Chan and her husband. And today, seafood restaurant offer more than 100 items on their menu, with chilled crab being their signature dish. The most famous dish in her seafood restaurant is a chili crab. Chili crab is a seafood dish originating from Singapore. The recipe was created in 1950 by Singapore chef Madame Char Yam Chan with her husband. Mud crabs are commonly used in our stir-fried in symmetric, sweet and savory tomatoes in chill-based sauce. Now I will introduce to you Chef Shella, who will teach us how to make chili crab. I guess we're all satisfied to our lunch. As we continue this tour, let me give you a short game. So anyone that can give me the correct answer will have this fridge magnet of Singapore. And after this, you have 30 minutes to roam around. Okay, tourists, are you excited? First question. What is the famous landmark in Singapore? Okay, very good. It's a Marleon Park. Thank you, Mom. What is the most famous dish of seafood restaurant? Okay, very good. Chili crab. Thank you, sir. Last question. What is the meaning of mirror? Okay, very good. Sea and a lion. Thank you, tourists, for your cooperations. Can you pick up your prize? Okay, tourists, you have a 20 minutes left to roam around. Okay, tourists, you have 10 minutes left. Okay, tourists, time is up. Let's proceed to bus area. And please check your belongings first. And now let's do a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. Alright, we are complete. And now you are heading back to your hotel. And now we are now at the FB Hotel. Please check your things. And time is 5:30 p.m. Okay, now let's proceed inside the hotel. And now, tourists, you may now take some rest and enjoy the rest of the night. And there's a pool if you want to swim. By the way, I hope you enjoyed the tour for today, and I have a beautiful evening. Tomorrow will be your last day tour. Thank you so much, tourists, and God bless.
Tourists, we want it or not, this is our last day here in Singapore. And the one who will escort you is our tour guide, Miss Tour Guide Jackie. Please meet our tour guide Jackie, but before that, please don't forget our rules and regulations, and one of the most important thing is your passport. Please keep it with you all the time. Thank you, tourists.
Good morning, tourists! How's your fortnight staying in Victoria Hotel? Oh, that's great! And by the way, on behalf of World Travel and Tour Agency, and I'm Jackie Chagas, your tour guide for today. While having your breakfast, I just want to remind you that based on our itinerary, our first stop, which is the Chinatown, Singapore. And please, tourists, don't forget our rules and regulations. Are you guys all excited? Alright, time check. It's already 6:30 in the morning, and I believe you are done taking your breakfast and you are all prepared. Let's go inside the bus. We will accompany you for the rest of the day, and if you have questions, please don't hesitate to approach us. And let us do the head counts. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're all 14, including me and our coach captain. Before we start this tour, and let us do the prayer first. Amen. Time check. It's already 7 in the morning, and we are now traveling our first spot, which is the Chinatown, Singapore. This is an area that's part of its heritage and is very much on display. There are ornate Chinese, Buddhist, and Hindu temples, museums galore, and plenty of opportunities to soak up the bustling streets lined with old shop houses. Okay, tourists, we are now here at Chinatown, Singapore. You can roam around the place and buy your souvenir. And please don't forget our rules and regulation. And please follow the rules and regulation here in Singapore. Is that all clear? Thank you, tourists. Explore a Chinatown like no other and be enchanted by historic temples, hip bars, and the heritage of Singapore. Okay, tourists, this is a Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. It's a remarkable four-story temple. When you enter in the gate, you'll immediately notice the stunning main hall with its high ceiling. This temple is built in a style based on a Buddhist mandala and integrated with the Buddhism of the Tang Dynasty. Okay, tourists, this Sri Mariamman Temple, as the oldest shrine in Singapore, is one of the most prominent places of worship for Tamil Hindus in the country. It was built to honor Goddess Mariamman, the deity of disease and protection. Okay, tourists, this is a NUS or National University of Singapore, or Baba House, was once the ancestral home of the Wee family who are descended from shipping tycoon Wee Bin. This heritage house offers the chance to explore the Peranakan. Peranakan means streets-born people of Chinese and Malay Indonesian heritage, cultures from the early 20th century to the present. It is one of the few townhouses that have remained intact architecturally and features Peranakan antiques like porcelain, furnitures, and arts. Okay, tourists, this is a Tian Ho King, or the Temple of Heavenly Happiness. It's the oldest and probably most interesting Chinese temple in Singapore. Built in circa 1820, this Taoist Buddhist temple was dedicated to Mazupu, the mother of heavenly sages and the protector of sailors. Okay, tourists, this is a Jameh Mosque. It's one of the many different holy places to visit in the Singapore's Chinatown area. This mosque was built in the 1830s by Chulya Indians. Chulya Indians, Muslim merchants, and moneylenders from India Coromandel Coast. It is considered one of the Singapore's oldest mosques. Okay, tourists, you can roam around the area and take some pictures as your souvenir. Tourists, the time is up and let's go inside our bus. Okay, tourists, kindly check your belongings before leaving and let us do the head counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're all complete. Thank you, tourists. Okay, tourists, we are now back to our Windsor Victoria Hotel. And by the way, I have 3 questions, and if you answer correctly, I give you this surprise. First questions. What are the 3 famous known attractions in Chinatown? Okay, sir? Perfect. Thank you, sir. Here is your gift. Questions number 2. What is Peranakan means? Okay, sir? Great. Okay, sir, this is your surprise gift. And our last questions, what is my name? Okay, sir? Okay, here is your surprise gift. Okay, tourists, I would like to ask you something. Are you enjoying our tour for today? Great! Thank you so much, tourists. Okay, tourists, this is the end of our tour for today. Enjoy the rest of your day here in Singapore. Good night, tourists, and thank you so much.
Okay, tourists, we are done in our tour in Singapore, and we want it or not, we need to go home. So, tourists, please check your belongings first. Did you enjoy your tour here, tourists? Now, we have here our evaluation form. Please write your comments, suggestions regarding with this tour that will help us to improve our service and that will help us to give more satisfactions in our guests. Thank you so much, tourists. And in behalf of VIRTUAL Travel Agency, we are so glad to serve you. God bless, tourists. Now, let's go to airport.